Welcome to the practice, roll with it. For this practice, make sure you have one blanket, and we'll begin by opening it up and open it all the way and then fold it again so you've got just one long, narrow blanket. And take your time folding it and placing it right on top of your mat so it's the same length and width as your yoga mat. You can of course use a towel or a sheet or anything, but basically this will just support your spine as we do a little bit of rolling around on the mat, which is one of my more favorite playful ways to open up the spine. Come on to your hands and knees with your shoulders right over your wrists and take some cat-cows. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round your spine, look towards your belly button. Keeping the hips over the knees and shoulders over the wrists. Just take your time opening up the back. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round, really trying to round your spine and look towards your belly button. Inhale, arch the back, still pulling the belly button towards the spine. Exhale, round. And inhale, arch your back once again. And as you exhale, round your spine, and we'll hold this rounding of the spine, just opening up the back, holding the position. Using your breath to deepen the rounding of the back. And then inhale to a neutral spine, cross your ankles, shift your weight back, and just bring your legs out in front of you. Coming into a Dandasana position with your feet straight out in front of you, legs together. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lift the arms up. Bend your knees if your hamstrings are tight. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold again, connecting the breath with each movement. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, fold. So we're just fluidly, dynamically warming up the body. Inhale up. Exhale, lower your arms and just pause for a moment. Check in with your breath. Then take one knee in and then the other knee in. And hold on to the backs of your thighs. We'll shift our weight back and come into Navasana boat pose, keeping the shins parallel to the floor as you straighten your arms. Then maybe see if you can straighten your legs and then fold forward back into Paschimottanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Shift your weight back, coming right back into Navasana boat pose. So we're moving quickly here to warm up the spine. If you can't hold the boat pose, take the hands to the thighs and maybe keep both feet or one foot onto the ground. Arms extended out in front of you. Straighten your legs back onto the floor and fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, shift your weight up and back into Navasana boat pose. It's a little easier if you keep your shins parallel to the floor. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift up, Navasana boat pose. And then this time, exhale, swing your legs overhead, plow pose. Keep the knees bent again if you can't keep the legs straight. Inhale, back up, pause in boat pose. Use your abdominal strength. And then exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, up to boat. Exhale, and round, lift your legs up and over, Halasana. Come back up to boat, slowly feeling what parts of your body are connecting to the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to boat. Exhale, legs overhead. Then as you lower down to come back to the boat, notice what parts of your back hit the floor. So there's always one little pocket that doesn't touch the floor, and see if on the next one you can really go slow enough so that every inch of your spine touches the ground, and you're just continuing to roll back and forth, using your breath to move you, pausing in the middle in Navasana, swinging the legs overhead, and then in between again, pausing in boat pose, and then folding over Paschimottanasana. This time, inhale, lift up to sit. Bring the shins to cross right in the middle. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward over your legs using your hands as pillows. You can always stack one fist on top of the other if you can't get your forehead all the way to the floor. Then just rest, noticing how the body feels after that rapid movement, rolling up and down on your spine. Inhale, lift up to sit. Exhale, and cross your legs the other way, and then fold forward over your legs one more time. Walking the hands out again, using them as a pillow, stacking your fists if you need to. Keeping your sit bones rooting down as your spine kind of melts over your legs and the forehead rests into the hands. Taking another few breaths here. Then inhale, lift up to sit. Bring your feet flat onto the floor. And then roll slowly down onto the mat and hug your knees in towards your chest. Gently rocking from side to side. And come into happy baby pose, holding onto the outer edges of your feet, bringing the knees in towards the armpit, and rock again side to side, just keeping the spine open, and here also opening up the hips, the inner thighs, outer hips. And then come up into a little ball, still holding on to the outer edges of your feet and the knees and forehead touching, flexing and pointing your toes, just feeling this roundingness, this curving of your spine and making yourself into a ball. And then exhale, extend your legs out onto the floor, coming into Shavasana, corpse pose. Taking one hand onto your belly and then the other. Yoga is not about how flexible your body is, but how flexible your mind is. Of course, you can begin the practice with a flexible body, and then the mind will follow. But maybe you begin with a flexible mind, and eventually the flexible body will follow. Either way, the suppleness of the mind and body is what leads to the ability to adjust to change, go with the flow, and ultimately have a quiet mind rather than being tightly bound by the fluctuations of the mind. Rolling on your spine can be a playful way to explore this idea of a flexible body and a flexible mind by being joyful as you do it, having an easy and calm way about it, maybe smiling as you roll. So I invite you to try this practice again after you take this Shavasana. Of course, you don't have to, just doing it this one time today isn't more than enough. But try it every day for a week and see what joy and ease and flexibility starts to come to your body, to your spine, to your mind. The more supple we become, the easier it is for us to go with the flow or just roll with it. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, lengthening the body in both directions. Bring the legs together and then into the chest. Hug the knees in. Roll over onto your side, coming into the fetal position. And then press yourself up to sit, still keeping your eyes closed. Come into a cross-legged position. Placing one hand on your belly and the other on your heart, lowering your chin to your chest. Taking a few last breaths here, noticing how erect and long your spine feels reaching up towards the ceiling. And see if there's a little bit more of a lightness in your entire body. And take this lightness, this rolling with it, out into the rest of your life, today, tomorrow, and always. Namaste.